Hello, everybody. Welcome to a new episode of XAM Talk. I'm Xanthus here with Cam.
Yep. What's up?
This is like season 2 or something.
Yeah, I believe so. Is
Yeah.
this the first episode of season 2?
Yep. Here we are.
Nice.
New logo. New everything.
Everything, yeah.
New
This is new
us.
everything.
We're entirely different. We changed our faces. We don't even look the same anymore.
Oh yeah, definitely not.
That is how committed to this we are. We want to bring this
Mm.
this interesting energy that nobody's ever seen. I mean, to be completely honest, there's a lot of differences. I'm recording this on a different computer, I mean, that other thing, oh my god, that thing's garbage. This is where it's at.
Yeah, your computer, oh my gosh.
I got a
That
beast now.
is a 5-star computer.
This thing is a weapon.
I bet.
Today's topic, as you can probably see by the title, and if you can't tell that by the title, then I've done something terribly, terribly wrong. Is today's topic is now versus middle school.
Yep.
So, middle school pain. All I can think is pain. That school was bad.
Dude, same. I mean, middle school was definitely, there was definitely a lot of good memories, but I think it's just because middle school is such a change from elementary school,
Yeah,
I think that's the same for everybody. But then high school is an even bigger change, you know?
high school was way better than middle school.
Uh, well, let's talk about it. I don't know.
Yeah, all right. Well, why do you think middle school is better than high school, or could be?
Um, I don't know. I just think like middle school, you're excited for all the new changes, and then when you get to high school, you're just kind of over it. Because middle school, you went through so much,
Yeah,
and by the time it's high school, you know, it's just yeah, you're just over it. I don't know.
I went through too much in middle school. I'll tell you that.
You said what?
I went through too much in middle school.
Yeah, see? Yeah, same. Like, I went through a lot in middle school. So by the time high school came around, I'm just like, I'm not trying to do this again. Like,
Yeah,
can't do 4 more years of that.
I mean, we did it, and
Yeah,
now you're doing even more years in
yeah.
college.
But see, it's so different now.
Yeah,
Like, this is all, like, solo. Like, I don't even feel like I'm in the same situation. I'm not really around people. It's all online, so it's so different. But I think the one thing is that a lot of people can say, well, this is middle school to now, right? Not just high school, right?
yeah. It's middle school till
Yeah,
now.
so
Yeah.
I think I mean, but let's take it step by step. Like, let's start with middle school. Like, what happened in middle school?
Well, geez,
High
what
school, I
didn't,
guess.
I had a lot of situations in middle school. A lot of interesting things went on. To be honest, I think everybody handles things in
Mm.
such a wrong way in middle school, and I definitely did this. And I think it was our second podcast. I was talking about how I was getting Jimmy to run up to this girl that I liked, and we know. Well, I've told you who that is. And this was at like the picnic. He told her like 10 times, and because I told him to tell her like 10 times. I'm like, no, you say it once, and that's it. You know, I think that's the biggest example of how I've changed,
Mm.
because I would not. I don't even think I'd ask somebody to tell somebody I like them anymore. What I want to go up to them and say I like them? No, but I'd tell them through text.
Yeah,
And
that's
that,
the one thing with me.
yeah,
In middle school, I was way more bold,
yeah,
and when I came to high school, I was not into that. Like, because middle school, you just go through all these different things,
hmm
and it's I wouldn't say traumatized. I mean, I guess you could say that, but it's like I'm not trying to go through that again.
Yeah.
You kind of live and learn in middle school, and then high school, you try to, try it all over again. But I think by high school, you kind of also figure yourself out, you know,
Hmm.
and then by the time you graduate, you really figured yourself out.
Yeah, that's 100% true. I used my freshman year of high school to really correct my wrongs of middle school.
Yeah,
And if you've been watching or slash listening to this podcast, you know all about that. You know how eighth grade went for me. I did some bad things. You know.
man, I can't even remember eighth grade. For like, I know it was definitely a fun like. Was it? I don't even know. I think I'm thinking of ninth grade. Like eighth grade and ninth grade, they're like I can't tell the difference between the two. Honestly, can't. I don't know.
Ninth grade was probably the best school year of my life.
Really?
It was just so fun,
Hey, you
Uh,
know what?
I was doing great. What?
Yeah, like when it came to ninth grade, I just think because it was like a new environment, you were excited, and you met a lot of new people. So yeah, it definitely was interesting when ninth grade came around. But I don't know. I think once they hit like 11th grade, you just kind of were over it. Same thing with 12th grade.
Yeah. Um, I I remember like second half of 11th grade. I was just like, I'm just so done. I'm just sick of showing up here anymore.
Yeah, I think I was homeschooled 11th grade,
Yeah.
and then came back 12th grade.
Yep.
Um, or I think towards the I don't even remember how that went because I was out for like surgery and I don't even know.
Yeah. So you were gone 11th grade, and then you were gone like for 3 weeks of 12th grade.
Oh,
Yeah, and then you
that's
came
right.
back.
That's right.
Yep.
Okay, that's right. Like the first part of 12th grade.
Yeah.
All right. But
Um.
see, that's the thing. Like, I don't know if I have any stories. Like, there's just so much that went on, and I think you spent so much time trying to forget about it. You just kind of forget about it. Like, I don't know. But
Yeah.
do you have
Um.
any interesting stories in high school?
High school stories. Jeez. I know I got plenty of middle school stories, but high school stories, I don't know.
Yeah.
Um. Try to think of one on the fly here. Like what happened. Oh, I mean, I know I smell fire, and that's not good. Man, that's strong. Jesus, something actually must be on fire. Anyway, um, well, oh well. Um, this is barely a story. This is kind of like an incident that took place. Actually, no, I actually have a lot of stories I just thought about. But freshman year, Owen, his girlfriend at the time, just ran up to him and
Hmm.
then accidentally clubbed me in the head. That was a nice time.
Oh man.
She like ran up to him, and then her arm just was like in the air, and it just hit me right in the back of the neck. My God, something's like legitimately on fire.
Hmm.
That is not good. Unless my computer is burning a hole in this box it's on, that could be it. Like a,
You said it's like really hot. The computer.
it can get hot, but
Oh
yeah.
yeah, my computer has that problem too, but it's just also
No, this
it
smells
needs
like
to be
legit
replaced.
fire. I don't know why.
Hmm.
10 minutes into the podcast and things are on fire. But yeah, that was
Dang,
great.
bro.
That was an entry. That's a story I had with her clubbing me in the back of the head. There was the time that somebody was stalking me.
Oh yeah, that was high school.
Yeah, that was high school, right? Yeah.
You said it was someone from middle school, right?
I think I can't remember.
And why were you being stalked?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It was a whole weird situation. I think I told this story on TikTok, but I haven't said it anywhere else. there's
Mm.
this person, I don't remember who it was at all.
Was it me?
Uh, I think his name was involved. I think I thought it was him, or they said it was him. He was Mason, but I don't know. Um, yeah, so it's kind of all up in the air. But basically, what happened is this account was made, and it was just posting people's profiles, and I think they put like music lyrics or something.
Yeah.
And this there was this really weird one from Malachi's girlfriend at the time. Um, I'm not gonna say her name because I have to edit this in a rush, so I'm trying to
Uh,
not say names that much that I'll have to bleep. Well, you know who it is. And man, it was saying something about lips, but like not the ones on the face, and it was so creepy.
mm,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
So yeah, Malachi wasn't happy about that. And then I think he, for some reason, was saying it was me. I'm like, yeah, no,
Mm.
but I don't know.
Yeah, that's the one thing. Another thing I recognize in high school is a lot of people changed. A lot of people you really used to be close with, they were just different people. But also people you weren't really too close with, you became closer with. Like I was closer with Malachi than I was with you. But I mean, I knew you too. Like I was cool with you too. But like I just knew Malachi more. And then me and you became really close, like towards 12th grade.
Yeah,
And now, like you're like really the only person I talk to from school. You know, I just started talking to people from school again because of my job. But even then, I only talk to them at work, and that's barely any. So, you know,
yeah. I mean, me and Malachi used to be really close in middle school and
yeah,
then early high school, and then that happened, and then we stopped talking for again. Not my fault whatsoever. I don't know why anybody else is drug into this. I forget who was, to be honest.
mm,
But I know him and his girlfriend were, or at least his girlfriend was. Um, yeah, I mean, that kind of sucks. That all that happened. Me and him basically stopped being friends for like a month and a half. Then we started kind of being friends again, but just barely. And that's still where we are today.
mm.
So
Yeah. It was kind of funny with my situation. I used to be so close with him, and the next thing you know, it just wasn't the same. Like I remember, started off, you know, and I think that's mostly what happened for me in middle school. I mean, high school. Middle school, I was close and cool with a lot of people. High school, not so much. And that was kind of for the better because I think I graduated and I didn't cut a lot of people off, but I stopped talking to a lot of people,
hmm
and I preferred that way anyways because they probably weren't going to be around for too long, regardless. I don't know if
yeah,
you dealt with the same thing, but there's some people you try to talk to, but you'd have to really try hard to keep the relationship going.
I agree with that. With literally,
A lot of people,
I'm gonna say about 30% of the people I still talk to.
yeah,
Um,
and it's just
yeah. Owen being one of them.
yeah, same. Owen, like I remember me and him, we played a game together, kind of just but this was while we were still in school. And then like
Yeah.
we played one game together, and then after that, um, never did again. And then I stopped talking to him. Like I haven't talked to Owen forever.
Yeah. Me and him still talk, but rarely. He just broke up with his girlfriend.
Oh man, this man, yeah, he
Which
has like a new girlfriend just about every year, I think.
which is they were together a year, right? And she
Mm,
lived in, I forget what state she lived in, Minnesota, I think.
so,
So she moved to Georgia to live with him, and they just broke up.
what? She
Yeah.
moved to Georgia? Wow. Does he
I
have
know.
his own house, or just
I'm not sure, but he's not living in the same place he used to live in Georgia, so
okay?
it's debatable. I say it's about 50-50.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised either way. I mean, that's crazy to move from Minnesota to Georgia for someone you kind of just been with, you know? I mean, I don't know. Maybe they were together for like 6 months and decided that's still pretty fast.
Yeah.
If I'm not with you for more than a year, I'm not even going to think about moving in with
Well,
you.
I mean,
Like,
overall they were together more than a year, but she moved in
uh,
with him like I think right before a year.
mm.
I think it ended up being 16 months.
And then once they moved in together, they got sick of each other.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. That's crazy how that worked out.
I mean, he disappeared. He basically disappeared off of social media when they were together. So that's why I never really was able to say much to him. And keep in mind that was for 16 months that he was just barely ever on social media. They suddenly break up and he's on Snapchat almost every day, posting a story or something. You know, me and him talk a little bit more.
Hmm.
I
I wonder why.
I don't know what it is, you know.
Well,
But he's a really good example of how people can change, you know, from
oh
middle
yeah.
school to, you know, after high school, you know.
I mean,
Um,
I also have a pretty friend group that I used to hang with so much in elementary school. In the
yeah,
middle school, you know, we all went to like different like schools, so I didn't really get to hang out with them. But then, like towards like the end of 12th grade, we started to all like come back together. Like the same group I was with in elementary school, all
wow,
came back together, but they were completely different. And I mean, I think you know what I'm talking about, the people I'm talking about. But yeah, they were completely different, and I don't hang out with them anymore. But you know, I probably couldn't because they're doing something completely different with their life, and I
yeah.
prefer it this way anyway.
They want
So
to be rappers.
yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, you know, from a fellow rapper, you know, if they want to
Oh
make it
yeah.
big, they got to get out of this state. I'm telling you.
Yeah, for real. Like if we could, because I'm surprised. You know, they're actually pretty content on staying within this area, like blowing up in Maryland, and then then eventually wherever the success takes them, that's where they'll move.
Yeah,
But yeah, they haven't talked about moving. You know,
yeah.
but I agree though.
If they move to like L.A., they
Oh yeah.
Texas even,
Mm.
they'd blow up
Yeah,
in Texas.
we're both in Texas for sure.
Yeah.
Man,
There's that one Maryland rapper named Xan Man. You know, every single time I hear about him, I'm just mad because I literally invented that name.
it literally works perfect with both your first name and your last name.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. That's supposed to be my wrestling name, so I'm gonna have to somehow take that from him.
Yeah, I hope it's not trademarked.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to sue him, and then I'm gonna, and, you know,
It's
gonna have to
too.
trademark it, and yeah,
Yeah.
I have no proof that I made it before he did, but I did.
I mean, it's yeah. I don't know how you're gonna do that, but you know, I'm
I
sure
don't
it's
know.
possible.
His music's not even good.
I have to agree, it's not good. But you know what's funny?
Hmm.
A lot of people like him,
Yeah.
and I think actually the rappers we're talking about, they're inspired by him. I remember one of them. Well, he actually wasn't a rapper, but he just hangs out with them, and basically he would always send me Zan Man's music, and it wasn't good. Like it's it's mumble rap, you know.
Hmm.
Yeah, nothing good.
If it's not Tupac or Eminem, I don't care.
Yeah, exactly. So
Rap.
honestly, I don't think you have to worry about that. Zaman will probably be your name for short because I don't think he's gonna last too long. But that's
Yeah.
just
Hopefully,
yeah.
rap is really bad these days.
I can't agree more.
It's better than it was a few years ago.
You think so?
Yeah.
See, like I don't know because like a few years ago, like maybe 2016, I think I think rap was pretty. I think it was at like its like climax. You know, not like in like a good way, but like that's like
A
kind of where it
bad
went down.
climax.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
2016 was horrible.
yeah, and then just after that, it just went downhill. You know.
Didn't you used to like 6ix9ine?
Yo, why do you remember that?
I just do. I don't know.
Yeah, I did. And actually, I can't lie and say I don't have some of his songs still. Like
Oh
I
my
do.
god.
But, it's but
That man sucks.
he does. But like, there's some songs that are just really catchy. Like
Who's that oh, who made that song? Who made Gucci Gang?
Gucci Gang, a Little Pump. Oh
He was
man,
so big in the middle school and then he
yeah.
just died.
I don't know what happened,
Nobody talks about him at all.
man. Who
Man,
else was good in middle school? I
that
think
man's
so.
career sank faster than the Titanic.
I don't even know how he was really big.
Yeah.
I don't even know who's like the new rapper that everyone listens to. I think it's Pop Smoke, but I was already on that.
Um, I don't actually know. I don't know who gets listened
That's
to these days. Logic retired, man.
Logic. I don't know if you heard his last album, but it was pretty good. It was like way different than what you'd expect from him. I don't know if you used to listen to him like that.
Um,
I know. I first learned about Logic. I mean, a while before, but you know that one song that blew up, that Suicide song. You know?
I think I learned about him through Eminem or something. Didn't they do a song together?
Oh yeah, they did. They did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember becoming a big fan after he dropped that Suicide song.
Yeah,
And
I've been a fan of Eminem for like years. I think he's probably the first rapper I listened to and liked. And
wow,
then, the me liking rap just kind of grew from there.
wow. Yeah, I didn't even know you listened to him like that. But I think that's another thing that changed for me. Like my taste from middle school up until now, like my taste has broadened a lot. I used to
Yeah,
like dubstep, and now it's country music.
you like country music?
Yeah, I mean at least I used to. Now I can't really listen to it.
I can't.
I
I could
feel,
never listen to it. Johnny
you
Cash
said,
is good, but that's about it.
wait, who's good?
Johnny Cash.
Johnny Cash is good.
Yeah. Yeah, just something about his voice. It just sounds right.
Yeah, it's unique. Yeah.
I forget who's that. I forget who that really really annoying guy is. He's like a ginger,
The ginger.
and he's makes country music.
Uh, you know one of his songs?
No, I don't. I don't listen to country music.
Oh yeah, I don't know. A
Yeah,
ginger.
yeah, he's not good.
Not good.
There's almost no good country music. I think the
Yeah, I'm
problem
gonna be
is there.
honest. Country music, it's like I don't know. There was like a time where I was able to find a lot of good country music, but also those same songs that I like, they've been on the like they've been on like the hit chart for a long time now. So I can't really. I think that it's just nothing good is coming out. Is what's happening.
Yeah, yeah, like you were saying, my taste has changed big time since middle school. You know who my favorite band was in middle school?
No, I don't.
Imagine Dragons.
Imagine Dragons. Hey, they were good though.
Yeah, I mean they're good, but I don't even think they're my top 10 anymore. Honestly, probably
Like,
say my favorite right now is probably Linkin Park.
hmm,
I don't
I
know
don't
if
think.
you've listened, but they're really good.
Yeah, I don't think I know them.
I remember when I think the lead singer, what year was that? 2017. He committed suicide or something.
Oh, Lincoln Park. Yeah, yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Because
Man,
I remember when I was younger, I used to listen to a lot of uh, weird music. Like, I mean, it's not weird, but it's just like it was so different. What I would listen to. Um, but that's when I was like way younger because my brother was kind of like that. In the middle school, I kind of was like at this like stage where it was like dubstep and hip hop, and then it became like all hip hop throughout high school. And then once I like got towards the end, I started to listen to like when I was homeschooled. That's when I started listening to different music,
hmm,
and that's why I think you change. I think you change the less you're around um, certain people. Because in school, the people who you're around influence you. So when you're away from them, you kind of become yourself. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And I think that's why when I was like homeschool, I started to change. You know?
That time after high school is vital. You know,
It
the
really is.
second you get out of high school, immediately you find who you are.
Yeah,
Like
definitely.
just like the snap of a finger. You know,
Mm.
that's just you. You walk out of
Yeah,
high school, you know, and you find yourself. You find who you are,
man,
and you
for
know
sure.
that's the whole journey.
And it's so funny because there's like, if you were to like learn about a lot of people now and what they're doing,
Hmm.
you'd be so surprised. That's the one thing. It's so interesting what people are doing after high school because they're either completely different, in a good way, or completely different in a horrible way. You know.
Yeah, and that reminds me of so we know these people from, I guess, well, when do you meet them? Middle school, high school, I guess.
Oh
And
yeah,
yeah, and they have this podcast that we found the other
yeah,
day. And you thought it'd be a great idea for me to DM one of them and try to, try to do a podcast collab. That didn't work out. Um,
yeah.
yeah, it didn't work out at all. But I don't know what I was saying now. Oh yeah. So apparently, one of them dropped out of high school, which I didn't even know. One of them dropped out of college. I mean, man, I mean, hey, I mean, good for them. Good for them.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they're coming to their senses because honestly, you don't really need college for most things. Like
Yeah.
most things that you want to be, you don't need college for that. That's like you going to college. Like, how's that going to benefit you in your wrestling career? You know?
I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
after wrestling, you got to think about like, what am I gonna do after I retire? You know.
Mm.
I mean,
But see, do you
I
have a
could still
plan
stick
for
around. I could be a commentator. I don't know.
that? Yeah, true, true.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll do a wrestling podcast. If that's
This is true. A lot of wrestlers have a wrestling podcast.
Mm.
Like,
I actually did not know that. And you'll probably be on theirs. Like a
yeah,
co-host or something. Yeah, you
like
could do that.
I'm trying to think what wrestlers you would know has a podcast. Kurt Angle has a podcast. If you remember Kurt Angle.
Mm. I was expecting someone like The Miz or something.
Nah, The Miz doesn't have a podcast.
Wow.
He has a reality TV show with him and his wife and his kids.
He's with Maurice, right?
Yeah.
Wow. He's,
Yeah, he has two kids.
I didn't even know that. When are those recent? The kids?
They're younger than 5 years old. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he has a reality TV show for some reason.
Yeah, I've never seen it before. The
He's
only
apparently the commercial says he's gonna have a vasectomy reveal party.
sect me.
Hey, I mean, listen, that's just what it said. That's just what it said. Okay. So let's try to get back on track here before we wrap things up.
All right.
So, I mean, overall, you think your change from middle school to now has been good?
Yeah, definitely. Like, and what do you think? Like, do you wish something happened throughout middle school and high school? Um, or do you think the way that it went was perfect? I mean, I think I know my answer.
Um, I I really don't know. I really don't know how to answer this in a good way, because I can say, hey, you know, what happened for a reason, and maybe it's a good thing that that's
Okay.
happened. Or I can spin it the other way and say, no, I wish none of that happened. Because I haven't mentioned in a second podcast what happened when eighth grade. You know, me and that one girl and all that stuff that went down, which was I'm gonna say about 80% on me. Um, if none of that happened, I mean, I don't know. You know, I don't know if I want to change any of that. If I wanted to stay how it is, so it did happen, or if I don't want it to have happened. You know?
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff I went through, you know, and you kind of want to change it, but at the same time, it makes you who you are.
Yeah.
So it's like you don't really know if it was for the. I mean, I think it's for the better, honestly.
Yeah. I
There's a
mean,
lot of people that I
I
probably
became
wouldn't have been cool with.
I became a way better person after that. So I mean, I don't know. Like, what if I still achieved that if that didn't happen, or who? I mean, who knows?
Yeah, like I think a lot of people were either humbled
Yeah.
after high school or like, I mean, I think humbled. I think most people are humbled because that's when reality hits, you know. So
Yeah. I mean, I guess there's also kind of a natural change with everybody as well. So I mean, that makes
yeah,
some sense.
man, I'm surprised depression didn't get thrown into the equation.
Yeah, we didn't even talk about depression. I mean, we
Yeah,
definitely gotta do an entire
thing
episode
alone.
on that because
That'd be interesting.
depression's bad, and that's a whole episode. Which I don't know when we're gonna do. You know, we're two very busy people. Um,
And I think, yeah, I think we should get some people on, you know, some other people dealing with depression on, you
yeah,
know.
definitely. That
And
will
I think
be
you have a few people in mind.
yeah, that will be a really interesting one if we can throw one or two other people in the mix. You know, really see how it goes.
And you know what we should do? I think we should like really start planning that. Like try
Yeah,
to make it a thing to get these people on. And
absolutely.
so I think we can get a really interesting episode out of an interview for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, we could. I got a few people in mind, and I definitely think that doing a whole depression an episode about depression would be great. You know, we get a bunch of stories in there. I mean, will probably be a very long episode whenever we do it. It could be the next one, honestly. Could not be, but I think it'll be great.
Yeah, me too.
So, thanks everyone for listening. The season 2 of the XAM talk. Me and Cam, as always,
Oh,
doing the great stuff. I think this went well. I'm tired because soon as I left work, I went and got some bubble tea, and then came home, ate some dinner, and then I started doing this. So,
that was amazing.
yeah,
Oh my gosh.
I don't even know how to
But
explain bubble
I
tea is.
respect that. Like that's grind right there. He came
Yeah.
home and then immediately went to the podcast.
Yep. I
Man,
did. I did. And
that's the grind.
I have
Yeah,
no
this is gonna
regrets.
edit it too. This better do good, you know.
It better. It's probably
Oh,
gonna get like 3 plays on Spotify, but hey, that's better than 0.
amen. That is true. Yeah.
It is true. All right, thanks everybody for listening. You can listen/watch on YouTube, Spotify, Google Podcasts. Still not Apple Podcasts. Apple. I'm just gonna drop my phone in a river or something. You know, why do I even have an iPhone? You're not gonna put my damn podcast on Apple Podcasts? Fine, okay. You know,
Technically
whatever.
sponsored by you guys. Like,
Yeah,
come on.
yeah. All right. Thanks everybody for listening. Take care.